As we move from July into the month of August, let's start things off with a talk about the tropics. Let's start with what's going on right now. You can see here with the satellite composite, we've got some streams of clouds here, a lot of wind shear right now in the northern Atlantic, but this could try and develop something here on the tail end side of a front that's going to be moving into the Atlantic Ocean. We'll keep our eyes on that, but as of right now, National Hurricane Center says no tropical threats expected within the next 7 days. Do have a couple of waves kind of making their way from the central Atlantic towards the Caribbean and maybe even the Bahamas region, but still nothing expected in terms of development. So yeah, it's been fairly quiet in terms of a season. 3 named storms so far this hurricane season here in the Atlantic Basin. All 3 of those storms remaining tropical storms, so we haven't seen a hurricane yet. We had a couple of threats for the Gulf within the last month, but nothing really materialized from those. But now we're going to start to open up more of the tropical Atlantic Basin in terms of development chances. Usually for kind of those early months of the hurricane season, it's kind of the Gulf, the Western Caribbean, and right along the East Coast. But now we're starting to open up more of the Central Atlantic areas just east of the Lesser Antilles. That's where named storms become more possible across the basin. As we take a look at hurricane formation, we haven't had one yet, but that's not uncommon. In fact, climatological norm is kind of in August where we typically see our first hurricane formation. But you can see peak season expected to be in the middle or early part of September. So as we move through the month of August, we're moving towards the peak. So that's where we're going to start to see maybe an enhancement in terms of tropical threats in our area. So we'll keep our eyes out on things as it progresses through the rest of this month and for the rest of the months of hurricane season. If you're heading out for a night on the town tonight for your Friday evening plans, maybe have the rain gear just to be on to the safe side, as we have a few showers in the forecast. Temperatures still quite warm in the 80s. Here's a look at futurecast. You can see showers and storms start to accumulate here as we look towards 6 o'clock. So it's kind of that early evening time frame, and then things may start to settle down a little bit, but overnight still could see a lingering shower or two because we've got a frontal boundary that's drifting down towards the south. Yes, this is a cold front. It's a cold front only by definition. We're really not going to have any changeover in our temperature. What it's really going to do is enhance lift in the atmosphere, allowing for an increase in shower and thunderstorm potential as we go into Saturday. It looks like Saturday's best rain opportunity late afternoon into the early evening once again. So here we are paused at 8 o'clock. You can see those showers and thunderstorms just out ahead of the front. Front's eventually going to stall kind of across our area. As it does so, it will still serve as an opportunity for shower and thunderstorm development, but not as much, not as widespread. Most of the rain will stay along and south of the frontal boundary. So here we are paused Sunday afternoon. You can see how most of the area, northern half of our viewing area, is dry and will probably stay dry even into Monday as that frontal boundary remains just to the south of the Metro Baton Rouge area. So you see those rain chances kind of peaking as the boundary approaches, and then once it stalls, those rain chances drop down to just 20% for Sunday and Monday. And then as we go into the middle part of next week, as school districts start to return, yeah, we're going to start to see more of a typical summertime weather pattern beginning to take shape. So we're talking about the possibility, heat, humidity, and a few pop-up mainly afternoon showers and thunderstorms. As we focus in on your weekend, yes, obviously rain in the forecast for Saturday, but as I showed you, not a total washout. So if you have those outdoor plans, still keep them unless they're kind of late afternoon, early evening. That's that best opportunity of rain. And then as you look towards Sunday, yeah, we've got a high of 92 degrees, a drier weather pattern expected. So that's why the heat could be a bit more predominant. So a look at our 7-day forecast. You can see we'll be dodging some scattered showers and thunderstorms later on today, more so for Saturday, and then a bit of a break for Sunday and Monday. Then as we get back to Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of next week, fairly typical summertime weather pattern. Temperatures pretty close to normal as well. So overall, it's just starting to feel a little bit like August.